Hello everybody, this is Ben85. Welcome back to another episode of FS19 Ultra Realism. Not many bales left. This is the last little bit that I want to use this shredder here. And it's the best way to repurpose our hay bales here because we're obviously not using them for the sheep anymore that we no longer have. So we might as well make them into giant hay bales, right? Big hay bales. So I've just been chopping them, and well, let's just say there's a very good reason why we bale hay. It's to condense it, to make it smaller, to make it easier to work with. Because I've been chopping this stuff, and you won't believe the size of the pile that I've made. And this isn't even all of it. I got like 2 more bales left here, right? Process this one. Oh. Running out of space for chopping, so. There we go. Just like that. We're in business. I'm actually going to drop this up here because we're going to end up selling it. It's just easier for me to leave it up here. So you want to see a giant pile of hay? That's a giant pile of hay. Whether I'll be able to easily bale it, we'll find out. I got 3 bales that I already processed. It's going to spit out bales really, really fast here. And we may end up tipping over. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I know I missed a little bit there. So you can also tell, as I'm starting to process this stuff, money is quite high right now. I sold all the soybeans that I forgot that we had, and we sold right at the end. Luckily I remembered on like the last day that the price was high. I think I was getting $3,500 per 1,000 units, which is pretty darn awesome. Oh, there's one bale sitting down there. I didn't know it fell off. I've also been selling some wood, some trees. Running out of decent trees that we can process without struggling a little bit, so definitely gonna have to make a move to better land if we want to process those lovely, lovely trees throughout the winter. I do it maybe one more pass. But as I'm doing stuff, processing through things, the canola got harvested. I believe tomorrow the sunflowers become harvestable. Honestly, we're in need of bigger equipment a little bit, and on top of that, we could also use a little more horsepower in the tractor department. How many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exactly a full load. And I started this out with like 1,300. So it was exactly like 16 bales worth. So that giant pile goes down to just that little pile of bales. It's pretty cool. I was going to leave the baler here, but I'm trying to move everything. Basically, we're closing up shop here. We're not going to be using this area for equipment much more. The only equipment that's going to stick around will be probably the stuff for the bins over there. It's like the auger, maybe the wagons, stuff like that. Gotta close that up. We actually might have hay to process here pretty quick too. At least that's my hope. But yeah, sunflowers are really close. Soybeans will probably be close. I don't know. We'll have to see how things move here when we go into tomorrow. But let's look into what we're going to do for equipment here. Once I get the baler over here. We probably should put up some sheds, but don't really have the space until we harvest the soybeans that are on the other side of this. You can see them over there, the other side of the barn. I shut down the plant because I want to empty out that truck of silage, because it seems like, or not silage, TMR. It seems like it just keeps on filling the barn. So like if you look, it's still considered full at 103,000. I was up to 200,000 units. So for some reason it just kept filling and kept filling. So I've got this sitting waiting. And once that empties out enough that I can fill off of this guy, we could probably sell this guy. So yeah, it just allows me to unload here. It doesn't allow me to actually fill it. Although I just got myself an interesting idea. I could fill this side, TMR. Does it give me the ability to fill TMR back into here? No, doesn't look like it. We'll put some into here. Yeah, it didn't help us much. Oh well, that was worth a try. That guy's loud. Really loud. I'm gonna have to turn the volume down. Anyways, so we won't sell that yet. If we go to the garage, we're gonna go through here. So we're keeping this. I'm probably gonna keep these units, but I want to sell all the bags. Because we just don't need them laying around. We can always buy another one. So auger, this guy we are going to sell. We're keeping. The combine's getting sold. We now have over $1 million. Chopper staying, that's staying for now. So obviously the heads have to be sold. Those stay. I think we're gonna hold on to this guy. We're gonna buy another one of those guys. This seeder will stay. This corn planter we're gonna sell. Oop, I probably should have emptied it first. These are all staying. Baler, that's all staying. This loader can go because we don't have that orange tractor anymore. The bale spike goes because we're gonna have a different chopper. We don't need this tow bar. It hasn't been helpful at all. Alright, look at that. Made some money. Let's see here. Harvesters. I want to go up to a big harvester. And we don't necessarily need the resale value, so we don't need the wide tires. We're gonna get a used one. Oh, that's the difference, is that sometimes I have issues with the wide tires, but it doesn't seem to move it much, and I think the wide tires would be beneficial because of the flotation part of it. I have no idea where this stuff is gonna land, so let's It could be out in the middle of a field. Let's set a place for it. All right, let's get our harvester. Now we got to redo that. Oh, so Trelleborg has these wide tires. Or you can get the Michelin wide tires, which I think is what we're going to do. We're going to go used, like I said. Because we're not going to be selling that one. That's a final harvester, basically. We need the heads for it. So we're going to get... Why is there... Oh, yeah. Because I'm dumb. Alright, we're going to get a 45-foot Draper head. So we can run in style. It's going to be really difficult in some fields, but we're going to have to find out how this all works. We're going to buy it used. Yes, we're going to have to fix all this stuff, but... we need the corn head. We're going to get a Quasar. Big boy. What color is it in right now? Oop. No. That's just red. I want Case IH red. There we go. Alright, so we got combine, we've got head, we've got header. Is that one showing as being, yeah, rougher shape? It's okay. Let's see, we also need tractor. And I want to try this out. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to go with our 8RX series. So right now we have a 7RX with 269 horse. We're going to run this guy, which already has 357. We're going to run a weight on the front of it, I think, for pulling. But I don't want it to get stuck down in there either. I think we're just going to run the weight bar for now. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We're going to run 30-inch tire, or 30-inch tracks. And I think we're going to go narrow. Well, actually the turning radius on the wide is pretty good. So maybe we'll go wide 30. And then the other thing we need is the big engine, 458 horse. That's what we're looking at. And I want to run the tractor as new. So we're going to pay all $412 for this guy. And my hope is that it'll still be able to move around pretty decent. I'm not selling the JCB tractor because we're going to still use this one. So this is basically what we used before. Yeah, I love the turning radius on this wide setup. It's pretty good. The question is with the flotation stuff, you know, how much it's going to be able to pull. I don't know, we'll have to see. But that gives us a little more horsepower to work with. Uh-oh. You see what it's doing? It's walking. Is that just because of where it's at, or does it do it everywhere? Because if it does it everywhere, we're not going to be able to keep this thing. Yeah, this is a problem. Oh boy. Better sell it before it ends up in the in the cow barn. Alright, so that's not an option. Oh, we bought it new so we can sell it for full price. Thank God. Alright, so we need ourselves another large tractor. I like the idea of the tracks, but we might just have to go with... We could go with an 8R series here. But I don't think we're going to get the horsepower that we're looking for. Oh, that's 458. Yeah, we can go full horsepower. That tire setup is interesting. It's got the 30-inch. So we can go to weights or duals. Back. We can go full duals. Oh, you can do the monster tires. Huh. I wonder how well that thing pulls. Flotation would be absolutely awesome. Oh, we should run it. And you can put weights into it? Oh, let's do it. Oh, so you have to go with those guys. Yeah, I like it. Big engine. Alright, let's check this guy out. Hopefully it doesn't walk. Those tires are massive though. I've seen tractors with that and they just look absolutely crazy. That turns decent. But you're basically running with duals all the time then. It just looks awesome going down the road. Might put in a weight bar on the front of it. I haven't decided yet. No, I'm okay with that. We've got 400 and some horsepower to work with now, so okay. Oh. I can deal with this. I can work with this. Alright, so we got horsepower. We'll get that combine going here probably tomorrow when the seasons change, so I want to talk a little bit about the cows too. I haven't got that far yet. Let's see, I'm not going to need this for sunflowers, so we're going to park this to the side. Yeah, we got to talk about cows still too. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what changes with the time change because it's going to go to late summer. And I want to see what is available for harvesting and what our plans are going to be. Well, I was right about one thing. The hay was ready. Beyond that, I wasn't that correct. Unfortunately. The sunflowers are not ready to harvest. Soybeans are not ready. The corn, however, for silage is ready. Or at least it's choppable. I hesitate to go after it heavily because I have those, 2 fields of late corn planted with the idea of those being silage, because they're going to have a harder time getting to maturity. So unfortunately it looks like fall time. We're going to be quite busy. Luckily we have ourselves a much bigger combine and another bigger tractor to get ourselves through it. Should work out much better for us. That big tractor is especially going to help out with silage here. So, when it comes to the animals, that's what I wanted to talk about. We are going to need a straw chopper. I'm going to have to start chopping straw so we start getting manure and we get the percentages up. The other thing, we're going to have to put in another barn. The reason being is that we don't want to have all of our young stock necessarily in with the main cows like we did before. I think we did that last season, we moved them out. We don't necessarily have to feed the young ones TMR, I think they grow up a little faster, possibly, but I'm not entirely sure. So as far as I'm concerned, they can get probably just straight silage. And then the milking barns will get the TMR feeding. Now, that means we're going to need a little more silage. The cows that we have right now, they have a dietary requirement of 1.2 million units, and silage is half of that. So that's 600,000 units of silage. Right now we have 100,000 in the machine and like 50,000 maybe in storage. 63,000. So we got 163,000 worth of silage right now. We're going to be buying more cattle. So we're probably going to have that silo completely full, and then we're also going to fill another one, I would guess. If you remember those silos, they will handle 500,000 units of silage and then 500,000 units of chaff, and then they'll process as they go. So we're probably going to want to get 2 full ones. That'll give us 2 million units to work with. That'll feed up to 4 million units of milking cows, which is probably about 4 times what we have. So probably like 400 in each, so like 800 cattle. That's about where we want to be. So I think 2 silos is definitely going to be where we want to be. Let's see here. We need a straw chopper. That would be in animals, right? So we got this one that we've used before. Oh, those are the different ones that attach different attachment points. This one can handle 2 bales, it says. This one doesn't specify. Or no, that's a TMR. Never mind. That's our silage one. That one claims 1 bale. Is that one much bigger? No, that's a round bale one. We're probably going to have to run with this one. That's the one we always run with for square bales. I don't necessarily have the silage for it yet. Or not silage, the straw for it, because we're not going to use that straw. That straw is for feeding. It should be down there. Yep, I see it down there. So we're not going to... Well, we do have some straw to work with. I should probably bring it over here. We've got some round bales and some square bales over at the other farm, but we should probably bring those over. I'm more concerned with getting silage stuff figured out. And for now, I've just been leaving equipment kind of on the back row here. Figured it won't hurt. Baler we'll be using later today. I cut the hay first because if you look at the forecast, today's beautiful, tomorrow's beautiful, Tuesday's beautiful, Wednesday's rain. So we get the hay drying. We've got plenty of time to do it that way. We gotta go back home. I guess this is kind of home, but we still gotta figure that out. Now if you look at these sunflowers, it looks like they're complete. They're ready for harvest, but they're not. It's like the stage right before. Kind of like what the corn does. I think we got a header sitting over here somewhere for this thing, right? I don't know. Trying to remember where I put it. Probably over in the sheds over there. Yeah, we're gonna have to build out that farm over there as soon as we get the soybeans off. That's what we're waiting on. Here's our wagon we're gonna be using. We should have a foldable one. There's not a lot of equipment left over here. We got the wagon, we got the spreaders. We've got a couple of bale instruments there. You can see the straw bales we have sitting there. There should be. Should be able to lift it, right? Yep, there we go. Alright. That puts us ready to go, right? I would say so. Now, I'm not going to make any silage in this episode because we don't have a lot of time left here. I got wool to take out too. We'll do that next spring probably. Or we'll just sell it just for to sell it. What I was trying to figure out here. $180,000 for a farmhouse. Or, oh, look at that, they put it over here. We can put a pair of boots right there. And that'll give us the ability to sleep over there. Perfect. I didn't check either on the animals here. Still full. We gotta wait for this to drop. Let's see here. Do I have anybody? Yeah, you're over here. I do want to get some more animals in here. We've got the money. We should purchase a bunch. That'll also help with our TMR rating. So we'll kind of, or how much we can hold. So hopefully it'll drop down and then we can sell that truck. So we want Holstein. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 more. 219. Yep, well, didn't do it. I'll have 100,000 left. So now we should have 324, right? Yep. Water. So this didn't change. Water went down. This is so darn high. I bet you it'll start dropping pretty quick. But regardless, gets us the ability to make more milk here as things go. But with that, I think this episode's starting to run long. We did some major improvements to the farm. Got new equipment. We're going to play around with that new equipment coming up here. I've got bales of hay to bale up. I didn't see how many bales we have. Straw, that's all we're going to have this year. We've got 116, and then we've got 133. So this should get us... we should have like 300 bales of hay, which... pretty darn awesome. And then we gotta start filling silage. Probably fill 2 silos and get into the fall harvest. So with that, guys, thank you all for watching. Until next time, as always, take it easy.